Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show. As you see right here, this card right here tells you everything right here. The AEW Dynamite Ring Report coming up here. Minoru Suzuki taking on the Radar Superstar is, better known as Adam Copeland, tonight. Also, too, Jeff Hardy takes on Swerve Strickland. Jeff Hardy versus Swerve Strickland. Pinto's M0 takes on Hangman Adam Page, the former world champion. Plus, women's champion Toni Storm will be having a face-to-face with Deonna Purrazzo, who's a multi-time women's champion. Also, to the Acclaim and Daddy ASS takes on the Mobile Embassy, Khan, Cage, and Tony Young for the AEW World Trio Tag Team title. We'll hear from Darby Allin and Sting and former AEW Women's Champion Thunder Rosa in action against Real Rarely. And Trent Barrella takes on former TNT champion Warlock. We'll get to that as well. Also, too, we're hearing reports about the WrestleMania card that might have been leaked by Sports Illustrated and what they believe was going to happen. Man, we coming from the Netflix deal, The Rock being on the TKO board. It's a lot going on. But we'll get to it coming up. The Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. I'm your host, as always, Kiki Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is here. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right, we're going to get down and crazy with the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. We get things started with this. Samoa Joe, the new AEW champion. The AEW champion had a lot to say tonight. Samoa Joe made it seem like he coming out the heels of his first title defense against against Hook. Hook and Samoa Joe really literally beat the crap out of each other. Here is highlights from that right here. Hook and Samoa Joe really have a respect for each other. But Hook saying that one day he'll come back stronger, better to take on the mighty Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe respects Hook and sees Hook as that. Hook decides to beat up the staff and start taking them down to make him look strong. But damage was done. Maybe Hook down the road will get a future world championship match. Samoa Joe was at ringside like he normally used to do best, commentate. But you can tell Samoa Joe and Hook had that mutual respect. But you can tell Hook some ways down the road will get a championship match. Not now, but he had his first showing as AEW champion. First successful title defense for Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe came to watch this match right here. Penta Zero taking on former champion Heyman Adam Page. Adam Page want to get back in title contention. And what way to get back in title contention for Adam Page to get a win over Penta Zero. Penta Zero is a former world champion. He was a former TNA champion. He took on Heyman Page and took Heyman to the limit. Heyman didn't see it coming, but Heyman had his respect and his prowess. Heyman Page won the match due to what he had to do with the buckshot lariat to get the win. Heyman Page is targeting Samoa Joe, as you can tell. He wants to be AEW champion one way or somehow, but Heyman Page might be having a lot of stuff in the crosshairs for him. We'll get that in a minute with him and Swerve Strickland. Swerve having aspirations to be one day be AEW champion. Swerve was in action tonight. Swerve Strickland defeated Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy put Swerve over. Jeff Hardy, a former world champion. I guess Jeff Hardy is just taking all these losses. I think Jeff Hardy is to their effect on losing. So we found out that coming up that with Swerve and Heyman Page, they will be doing a dealer's choice match. Many people are trying to figure out what is dealer's choice, and how that relates to Swerve and Heyman Page. It's sort of like pick your poison. They'll be picking each other's opponents, and they'll go from there. Swerve will pick Heyman's opponent, and Heyman will pick Swerve's opponent. They don't know who it'll be, but we'll see. I got an idea who it could be and stuff down the road. So hey, we could see that coming to a fruition. Speaking of that, the Young Bucks continue to play games as they are the executives, the executive vice presidents. They want to continue to play games. Why they didn't do this when CM Punk was around so it can make most sense? Authority figures versus a rebel just don't make no sense whatsoever. It just they too much favoritism, too many politicking. Young Bucks should have put business before their own interests. That's what I believe, and sometimes it makes them more hateable because they didn't do that, but they want to do what they want to do, but it don't make no sense. But that just tells you Young Bucks want to do what they want to do and how they want to do it and how they see fit to do it. But the Young Bucks gonna probably one day get theirs sooner rather than later. Um, we know the Young Bucks want to zoom their eye on Sting and Darby Allin. Sting and Darby Allin got a goal themselves. They want to be wrestling for the AEW Tag Team Championships. They want to do it um, soon. They want to take on Ricky Starks and Big Bill. They'll do so in 2 weeks on February 7th. Ricky Starks and Big Bill will defend the World Tag Team Championships against Sting and Darby Allin on my birthday. What a birthday for me to see Sting wrestling for the World Tag Team title and retire on top as a World Tag Team Champion against Darby Allin. Who knows? They probably could win it. And they probably can do it on that historic night. We'll see how that will go. Sting and Darby Allin wrestling for the World Tag Team titles, and they'll do so in 2 weeks against Big Bill and Ricky Starks coming up. So we'll see how that's going to go and what plans the Young Bucks have to ruin it. Since the Young Bucks want to be drunk with power, we'll see how that's going to go. Speaking of that, Orange Cassidy want to be a fighting champion. He issues a fighting championship match to anybody. The international championship will be on the line against the winners in the Rampage match. So we'll see how that's gonna go for them. Whoever's gonna get the match. We know that right here, Warlow with his massive strength and power deliver right here. Warlow along with Adam Cole, the Roger Strong and the rest of them, the Undisputed Truth. Warlow decided to show his prowess and stuff. Warlow decided to take down Trent Barella piece by piece. Warlow even got to the point that he did the uppercut strike. Warlow did a numerous things, even taking down was Trent Barella and hit Trent Barella with his signature power bomb to get the win. Warlow with the 1-2-3. You got to know that Warlow is going to be a huge baby face down the road, and how Warlow goes and how Warlow is going to be doing sooner rather than later. So I don't, like I said, this is always a plan. Warlow's going to do something down the road to make himself look more. He healish now, but it's a babyface role. It's sort of like the Batista role in Evolution. How Batista was a heel for a long time, and then he decided to turn babyface and be a babyface, big babyface champion. So you never know how that's going to go. Well, John Moxley put everyone on those, including all the AEW stars, that he's going to be the most roughest, toughest person you know. He's been AEW through thick and thin, through you know. So John Moxley will be getting a challenge this week on Collision. He'll be taking on somebody. I think John Moxley had more like Jake the Snake Roberts, just talking however he wants to do. So we'll see how that's going to go eventually for that. Well, Timeless Tony Storm, the AEW Women's Champion, she had a face-to-face with Deonna Purrazzo. Timeless Tony Storm and Deonna Purrazzo had that face-to-face tonight. And what a face-to-face it was. We know these two women will be going for the Women's Championship. Deonna Purrazzo have a quest to become Women's Champion. Well, the way to do so, she has to take down Tony Storm. She tried to remind Tony Storm of that time in training together and being in New Japan, the land of Rising Sun. Even got even personal where they both got matching tattoo leg tattoos. I think Tony Storm wants to forget about her past. Deonna Purrazzo told Tony to look down forward and deep. A brawl ensued, and Deonna Purrazzo stood tall with Tony Storm's women's title. Tony Storm might not be a fan of that, but you can tell Tony Storm does know who Deonna Purrazzo is. Well, Deonna Purrazzo might have some trouble in her way as Ty Valkyrie wants to take down Deonna Purrazzo. She'll do so next week, 1-on-1. So it'll be Ty Valkyrie taking on Deonna Purrazzo 1-on-1. And we'll see that match coming up next week on Dynamite. So we're looking forward to seeing that match. Well, speaking of women's matches, Thunder Rosa was in action. She took on Red Velvet tonight. Thunder Rosa took on Red Velvet and squashed her real quick. Thunder Rosa back with her Mexican gear, Mexican paint. Thunder Rosa, the land of the living dead, or whatever they want to call it. But Thunder Rosa getting some revenge. Thunder Rosa might be going for the TBS title. That's what I believe. She ain't going for the women's championship, not yet, not so quite yet. So, hey, none of that be going forward with that. Speaking of that, was the six-man trios title. The Acclaim defending their championships against the Mobile Embassy and defeated the Mobile Embassy to get the 1-2-3 as Daddy, Billy Gunn got the win over the Acclaim. You know what Billy Gunn did. So Billy Gunn gets the win over the Acclaim tonight. Well, it was time for the main event. The main event of the evening was the Radar Superstar Edge. Adam Copeland took on Suzuki, the King. Well, this match we had a brawl in between. As you see right here, Edge and Suzuki beat the holy crap out of each other, limb by limb. As you see, it started in the ring out. Edge want to do these open challenges to fight anybody that comes his way, young wrestlers, old wrestlers, anybody that want to step to him. Edge wants to take them on one by one. Edge with the the master plan, Suzuki with a sleeper hole to try to put Edge down. Edge even tried to get advantage of Suzuki and try to get the advantage. Edge defeated Suzuki with a 1-2-3 to get the win. Edge gets the victory. 1-2-3 over Suzuki. Edge tried to get Suzuki to shake his hand. Suzuki refused. But Edge saying that he has his mind set and he wants Christian. One way or another, he's going to get Christian. And I think that's what Edge wants. He's going to want to do what he can to get Christian one way or another. So that ended with Edge. Like I said, Edge wore something on his mask or something to get the. I don't know why he did that. The Radar Superstar wore a Sting mask. Edge getting the win on Minoru Suzuki in the later time. All right, that ends the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. Let's move forward. Let's move forward to Wrestling Hot Topics. All right, on Wrestling Hot Topics, there's been confirmed that Michael Cole will be stepping in and calling SmackDown this Friday with Corey Graves. Michael Cole will be stepping in for Kevin Patch. We don't know what his situation is right now, as he has been removed from the SmackDown commentary team. A lot of people saying that Kevin Patrick thing just didn't work out the way it should have worked out. It's unfortunate, but Mike Cole and WWE is going to have to find somebody to announce, because Mike Cole can't be doing this all his life. Like I said, don't get sports people. Get people that knows wrestling. Get people that's already, get Vic Joseph or get Mauro Ronaldo or somebody. Get anybody from Impact or something. Todd Phillips or something. If he wants to come back to WWE, I don't know what they're gonna do, but hopefully they get somebody who they got mind and stuff. I mean, I can do play-by-play commentary for you if you wanted me to, but I got to get seasoned up. If I was gonna start right there, I'll start on NXT, not on SmackDown. There's just too much pressure. Get somebody that's more experienced. So hopefully I'll get somebody sooner rather than later. So hey, we'll see. Now we're hearing reports right here about the WWE WrestleMania plans has been leaked. now they're saying that Cody Rhodes is not going to main event WrestleMania. He's going to be wrestling CM Punk, which this is a source right here telling you the story that Triple H has something else in mind. He wants to put, instead of CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, he wants to put Gunther against Seth Rollins. It just don't make no sense. Now, a lot of fans are shaking their head, scratching their head about this situation, about CM Punk not wrestling Seth Rollins for the world title, Cody Rhodes not finishing his story against Roman Reigns. I understand The Rock wants to be the head of the table. Rock, we just broke news about it yesterday. Rock joined the board of directors, and he wants to insert himself into a world championship match. I get it, but we'll see how that's going to go. But a lot of people are not displeased with that. And WWE is saying, a lot of people are saying that WWE is a little bit upset and unhappy about the reports about WrestleMania. We don't know if it's true or not, and we'll see at the Royal Rumble. We're hearing reports that Gunther will be expected to win the Royal Rumble. If that's true or not, that changed everybody's plans on what's going on how that's going to go. But Cody Rhodes will not, unfortunately, finish his story. Some people saying the same about 2K24. They wanted to see Bray Wyatt instead of Cody Rhodes. So look at it like this. Cody and the rest of them, they're doing it for the money. They ain't doing it for nothing else but the money. When you think about it, that's all they're doing it for. And I don't know if that's kind of what you never would have thought, you never would have seen with that situation. But we'll see how this is going to go, how this play out for the Royal Rumble heading towards that way. Also, too, this what we talked about yesterday on the NXT Ring Report, revealing about the latest deal about WWE Netflix deal. Netflix going to live sports. They're going to be joining in. We told you that WWE and Netflix form an agreement. Raw's going to be on Netflix. You're going to get $500 million per year, almost up to $5 billion. That's impressive. Never thought about before. Unprecedented with going on the WWE Netflix deal. So we'll see how that's going to go and how that's going to be with this Netflix deal. We're going to have more updates about it coming up for you on the Pro Wrestling Show Presents to Predict the Outcome and the SmackDown Ring Report. Also, too, United States champion Logan Paul interviewed former United States champion John Cena. I'm going to watch that interview right now. We'll give you more details about it. What's going on with that? A lot of news going on in sports, in wrestling. This is big. So we'll see how this is going to go. But the big report is coming out of here is that. Also, too, Dark Side of the Ring revealed that they're coming back sometime this next month in March. And here's a list of topics and superstars that's going to be on the show. ECW star The Sandman, Earthquake, Harley Race, former world's champion, Buff Bagwell, Brutus Beefcake, Chris Adams, Sensational Sherry, Terry Gordon, Black Saturday with Mr. McMahon, brought TBS time slot. He thought it was going to work out, and it didn't work out for him, and Chris Cole. So there's a lot of mixtures coming up for Dark Side of the Ring coming up. A lot to say about that. So a lot of wrestling news coming out there. But the big story is this, the WrestleMania leaked document, and WWE is unhappy about it, and they want to figure out who said what. But if we get more reports, we'll let you know coming up on the SmackDown Ring Report just coming up Friday. And we'll have our specials predict the outcome for the Royal Rumble and the Royal Rumble review after the Royal Rumble. Who won? Who's going to WrestleMania? Would this leaked information will be covered? Will it be the truthful thing? We'll find out. All right. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been your host, KJ Diggs, saying so long. We're going to leave you with the Radar superstar Adam Copeland, known as Edge, saying he wants Christian. I've been your host, KJ Diggs, saying so long.